You're watching Pulse for the 27th of April, and right now it's time for some Diablo news. In this week's episode, we have a look at the latest goodies revealed on the Darkness Falls Heroes Rise site, including this week's hero, the Witch Doctor, and the 50 and 60% unlocks. We read about the Diablo 3 global launch times and big midnight launch events, have a look at a few fun extras and more. Let's get straight to the news. First up, as we draw ever closer to the worldwide release of Diablo 3 on May 15, Blizzard have now unlocked the fourth of the Heroes of Sanctuary on their Diablo 3 launch site, the Witch Doctor. In this unique look at the Witch Doctor, you'll be able to read some lore about these ancient commanders of magics, watch a new class video, learn about their skills, resources, armor and weapons, and even read an exclusive short story from Matt Burns titled Doubtwalker. Added to that, you can also claim your in-game reward by creating that Witch Doctor banner as you did with the previous heroes. I have already done mine for the Witch Doctor and I can't wait for that last class to be unlocked. Along with all of this, and because of our tireless dedication to all things Blizzard, we have managed to crack open the 50 and 60% unlocks on the website. At 50%, we were given BlizzCast 17, and in this, Blizzard's own Rob Simpson talks about Diablo 3 item, quest, and sound design, with senior designer Jason Bender, senior sound designer Chris Giampa, and lead content designer Kevin Martins. What are the best ways to capture the sound of bones breaking? Is there going to be a secret cow level in Diablo 3? Watch BlizzCast 17 to find out. Then at 60% we get to explore a chilling excerpt from The Order, an upcoming novel recounting Deckard Cain's struggles against the forces of evil alongside his mysterious young charge, Leah. This story takes place years before the events of Diablo 3. The Order by Nate Kenyon will be in stores May 15th. Yes, the same day as Diablo 3. Pretty cool. So things are definitely heating up over at the launch site and we are getting dangerously close to that big 100%. I was actually wondering what would happen if we reached that a couple of weeks before Diablo 3's launch. Man, that could make those last few days feel that much longer, so I kind of hope it doesn't unlock too soon. Be sure to let me know below which unlock has been your favorite thus far. I've really been enjoying the dev diaries, but the 50% unlock, BlizzCast 17, has got to be my number one. I absolutely loved how they went about creating all the different sound effects. Super cool. Anyway, read all about everything that I spoke about here below and enjoy. Next, we're going to talk about the last big piece of news this week, the official Diablo 3 launch times and midnight launch events for the EU, US, and Southeast Asian areas. In addition to telling us what times the servers will go up, Blizzard have also told us that many local retail shops will be having midnight launches, and Blizzard will be involved with many of them. Each event Blizzard supports will have its own activities, giveaways, and contests, so have a look at the press release below if you want to see if any of these are actually close to you. I know that we won't have any officially Blizzard-sponsored launch events down here in South Africa, but there will be a few, and I'm pretty sure they're going to be exciting regardless. Whether you're attending a launch event, grabbing the game at a local store, or waiting patiently at home for your digital version to unlock, you'll want to be ready to jump in once the servers go live. So the really cool part about all of this is that Blizzard have set it up in such a way that it allows US and EU players to log in at midnight, or at least close to midnight, depending on how far you live from their chosen time zone for your area. So here in the EU, at least where I'll be playing on the EU servers, you won't have to wait for it to be midnight in the US first. That said, the time for EU is 1 minute past midnight CEST. For the US, it'll be 12:01 AM PDT. Now I know a lot of people aren't happy about that, but it's not so bad. Those of you keen to play on the Asian servers will be able to log in at 12:01 AM Taiwan time. For the Aussies or Australians and the New Zealanders, or New Zealandese, New Zealandish amongst you, you will have some slightly different times and you can see them on your screens right now. Really cool, and I absolutely can't wait for May the 15th or 14th. I will say again that you can find all the information you need for the area you live in linked below. Check it out and start counting those days, or at least carry on counting them. We're getting pretty close now. Next and last up before heading into the smalls, can you escape the burning hells? Check out this interesting Diablo maze. Diablaze. Mazablo. Whatever you'd like to call it. And there's also a cool new official wallpaper to have a look at. Both can be found in full size below. With that done, Smalls time. First up, over at the official site you can read how the Diablo 2 ladder will reset on May the 2nd. That's actually a pretty brilliant move by Blizzard, seeing that the Diablo 3 beta ends at the start of May, and a lot of people will want something to do till the 15th. Why not play some Diablo 2 on a fresh ladder? Read more about that below. Then also over at the official site, read about the Nvidia community photo contest. Then a couple of comics. Diablo? Funny? Hell yeah! Read a bit more about Battle.net mobile alerts and activate it right now on your account if you're interested. Check out a couple of Sword of Justice fan site giveaways. Then you can check out a bunch of Jay Wilson related posts. There are Q&As, yes and no interviews, proper interviews, photos with various cosplayers, and much more. If you didn't know, he was actually touring around the East recently, and he seemed to have a lot of fun. Everyone that met him seemed to have a lot of fun. So it's definitely worth checking out. Then you can have a look at the latest Diablo fan art watch post over at Diablo Inc. Gamers. This one is titled Stylizeception. Then there's an interesting post or press release to have a look at that says that Spellforce 2's expansion is set to be delayed by the release of Diablo 3. The devs and everyone organizing the release of the game are probably going to be too busy playing Diablo 3 themselves. I don't blame them. So they're not going to be getting that game out on May the 15th. It's just an interesting little fact that I thought some of you may appreciate. Then Diablo Podcast number 64 and Diablo Cast episode 54. Both right here on YouTube, and lastly also right here on YouTube, Purgatory for April the 23rd. That is sadly all I have for you in the Diablo news this week. Find everything that I spoke about in this episode linked in the description below this video. Check out a couple of extra blue posts there as well, if you're interested, and remember to like the video and do all that other good stuff. Most importantly though, happy waiting for that 100% unlock.